I am so into culture in the world that I feel like, anything that is different and stuff, I'm so fascinated by that. What's up, wonderful people? It's your girl, Sub Delight. Today's video is going to be a little different because we are going to talk about things that the rest of the world do and then Americans are like, oh, or things that Americans do and the rest of the world are like, is that like an American thing? Like, what is that? It's gonna be exciting. There isn't any right way or wrong way to do things. It's just that, people that live in the different societies, English speaking countries, they just do things in a different way. And yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So get started, or sit down, relax, and let's get started. We're gonna talk about food because everybody loves food. All right, we're gonna talk about food. So a lot of English speaking countries call this thing biscuit, and when you come to America, this is it has a different name. It's called cookies, and if you say biscuit, this is what biscuit is. And it is a little bit confusing because like the rest of the world are like, this is biscuit, and Americans are like, no, this is biscuit and this is cookies. Either way, they are both good. They are so good. But if you come to America, just know that when you're saying biscuit, this is what you are gonna get. And if you're saying cookies, this is what you would get. So, it's a flip-flop thing, but hey, who is right or who's wrong? Either way, they're both good. So yummy. Funny that this thing is called French fries in America, but let's say in Great Britain, my French fries are really cold. I waited so long to make this video, but this thing in Great Britain is called potato chips. So chips and French fries. I would say I like French fries better because like in America, we have something that is completely a potato chips that you get at the grocery store, like the chips in the bag. But another thing that is different is that in America, we call this candy, this hard candy, candy. A lot of English speaking countries, they call this sweet, like I don't think they ever have a word for candy, but in America, this is called candy, and I love candy, so I'm just gonna open, oh no! This is called suckers here. This lollipop, a lot of English speaking countries in the rest of the world, this is definitely called lollipops. Portion sizes in America are so huge. You go to a restaurant and you order something, they just bring like a whole family's food in front of you, and it's one person's food. Europeans or Africans, they're like, why is there so much food? Like, what are they doing with all of that? But I guess everything is bigger in America, so like we go big or we go home. And it's not common in Europe, because like in Europe or many other countries, they serve portion sizes, not like family sizes of food. America, this beautiful jeans pants, like me saying jeans pants, this beautiful pants is called pants in America, but in the rest of the world it's not called pants, it's called trousers. And pants is actually the underwear you wear, but in America, no, underwear is what you wear as an underwear, and this thing is called pants. Dates in America is so confusing, so different from the rest of the world. Actually, it's not, but once you get used to it. In America, they start with the month, the day, and the year. So like, let's say my birthday is August 1st, 2009, right? So that's how I'm gonna say it in America. But in the rest of the world or in different societies, I'm gonna say 1st August 2009. That's on my birthday anyways, but why not? 2009 makes me how old? Oh my goodness, I graduated high school 2009. Also, the alphabet is different in America. Some letters in the alphabet are said differently in America. In America, the last letter is called Z, right? Z, like, hey, Z for zebra. But in the rest of the world, or English-speaking countries, mostly people outside the world, Z is actually called Z. So like, there isn't a Z, but there's a Z. All the same, all the same zigzag or whatnot. But yeah, Z versus Z. This about American restaurant is that when you go to a restaurant, like I went to KFC and I ordered like a Coke or whatnot, they fill my cup up with ice and a little bit of drink. Rest of the world, they don't care about ice. If you're getting your drink, just fill it up. Why not ice? Ice is upon request. But in Americans, almost the norm is ice. And you have to tell them, hey, I don't want ice in my drink. But in the rest of the world, the norm is no ice, and it's a special request to add ice to your drink. Taxation in American society and the rest of the world is totally different. In America, if you live in the suburban areas and stuff, not like the urban like New York and stuff, most people have their cars. It's really uncommon not to have a car. I mean, some people don't have a car and depend on the public transportation. But the public transportation in America is not as the rest of the world. The rest of the world, people live and thrive on the public transportation. In America, people live and thrive on the car, in the sense that if your car breaks down, you are kind of screwed. Public transportation is something else. But in the rest of the world, you having a car is not common. Having a car is a luxury. All right, so it's something that is different. Our freeways, I always say freeways, but a lot of people say highways. But our freeways have a lot of lanes. Like, you know, our freeways are huge, 5, 6, 7 lanes in some states. In Cleveland, I think the most is 4 or 5. But yeah, in the rest of the world, the free or highway is like about 2 or 3 lanes, or it's very tiny or smaller comparable to America. But you know, then again, it ties in with transportation. Americans depend so much on their car, and except if you live in the urban areas, and the rest of the world, transportation, public transportation is more prominent in the society. Americans tend to drink a lot of bottled water. Like, people in America tend to drink a lot of bottled water, even including me. If I'm thirsty, I never reach for tap water or something. I wouldn't say people. Most people in America tend to go for bottled water. Across the globe, across the world, a lot of people, or most people, tend to drink tap water instead of bottled water. So it's kind of vice versa in America versus the globe. About football, right? The rest of the world calls soccer a football because that's what it is. You kick away your foot and you play. But in America, football is a complete different sport. It's not related to soccer. Football is something that, you know, you wrestle with and you kick people, and you know, people suffer concussions from it and stuff. It's a very hard sport, but people love it. So soccer and football, totally different. The rest of the world, soccer is football. Major thing is that when you are going to the gas station, when you are going to go put gas in your car and stuff, in America it's called gas station. In the rest of the world, we call it petrol, right? I'm going to the petroleum station. But restaurants around the world, and you ask for like to-go containers, you are kind of like frowned upon, because like, you know, they're like, why do you need a to-go container? But in America, you ask for to-go containers, but it all ties into like portion sizes are really big in America, that you need a to-go container to, like, you know, take your leftovers. So who doesn't like leftovers? But it's in the rest of the world, to-go containers are like, for example, I was in Bulgaria, we went to the Black Sea, we ate, and I asked for to-go container. It's so not common for the waitress to come with a to-go container, so he totally didn't understand what I said, and my food went bye-bye. But it's not common. It's not something that they always do, so I wasn't mad or anything. It's just the way society works in different locations. Major thing that is so different in America is that when you go to a restaurant, you are expected to leave a tip, because like the waitress actually make money from the tips you give them. It's so not common in the rest of the world. In the rest of the world, you know, the waitress are already being paid by the restaurant organization, so you don't have to leave a tip. Actually, leaving a tip in some countries are even insult, like, am I that poor that you're giving me a tip or whatnot? But in America, you definitely have to leave a tip, because like it's kind of like you are frowned upon. Like, I served you and you didn't leave a tip, and I make money off, like, you know, the tips you're giving me. So yeah, that's one thing different about America and the rest of the world. Americans, like, look at me, you know, I wear braces and stuff. They put like millions of dollars going to dentists and stuff. The rest of the world, dental care is nothing, you know, they don't really care. A lot of the teenagers here, like, I would say about 1 out of 5 wears braces, get their teeth clean and stuff. Shoot, when I lived in elsewhere, I wasn't thinking about going to the dentist and stuff yet. Wonderful people, this concludes the video. Thanks for watching. You know, thanks for sitting down and watching me. I really do appreciate you guys. I am so into culture in the world that I feel like, you know, anything that is different and stuff, you know, I'm so fascinated by that. And yeah, so thanks for watching my video. I really do appreciate you guys. But don't be the person that watches it and say bye, you know. you have to be the person that watches it and, you know, like, comment, and subscribe it. I'm really trying to grow on YouTube. Until my next video, peace and love. And oh, I'm so rude, I didn't wish anyone New Year. Anyways, Happy New Year 2021. It's gonna be a great year for all of us. Peace and love. Mwah.